Hey guys, welcome back to Rod Doing Stuff Outside. Today we're going to be working on a portable power box here. Take a look at this. We're going to mount these two batteries in here. These are two lithium batteries. They're 20 amp hours, so we're going to have 40 amp hours with them hooked together. I'm hoping to be able to run my diesel heater off this in my ice tent. So hope that's enough power to run it. I think it will be for a day. And then I'm going to also put some USB ports on the top and some lights on it so that we can use it to charge our phones and that type of thing with. So stick around and we'll show you how we get this done. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is get these mounted in here. I already bent this piece of aluminum and I'm just going to put a screw through here and a screw through here. I'll put a small piece of foam or something underneath it and push it down, and that'll hold those batteries tight. I'll see how tight it is. If I may have to put a strap or something across the front here too. I hope not. But if I do, then that's what we'll do. So that's the first thing we've got to do. I'm going to drill a hole through this. So you just squeeze this and push on it, okay? I'll push on it. I'll push on it. There you go. Now pull it out. Spin it and then pull it out. It'll make it easier. Okay. Now we're going to do the other one. Do this one now. Gotta push on the back of it. Okay. Alright, so these are some of the foam pieces. I just cut a couple pieces off that came out of the top of this. I'm gonna put one, supposed to be one piece, but it fell in two. So we're just going with what we got here. And these are gonna squish down on there to help hold that tight and to keep from damaging the batteries. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna see if these are gonna need anything else to hold them or if they're okay. They move, they are moving a little. So I think we're gonna have to figure out something to put across the top here too, to keep them from sliding out this way. Maybe just another one of these across the front. So we're going to do that. Alright guys, so after much thought we've decided that we better put a piece of wood here because we don't want it hitting these battery terminals and arcing anything like this. It isn't going to hit it, but we're just going to put a couple screws in the ends of these to hold that piece of wood in there, and we might run one up this way to hold it down too. So that's what we're going to do right now. Where that hole is right over there, drill that the rest of the way through. Move it over here for you. There you go. That's good. Now you can pull it back out, spin it as you come out. Alright, I think we got those pretty secure now. What do we say? That ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we may want to put just one little board right there, but we'll see. We might be okay. I think it's probably okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to mount this fuse block into the top of here. Because most of our switches and everything will be up here, then we'll be able to run our wires off of this to everything we need. So that's our plan for the next item. Alright guys, we've got our fuse block in there. Now we got to figure out where we want our USB ports and stuff, which is going to be up here towards the front so they have room to hang down. Once we get those in, then we can figure out our lights, where we want those, and start wiring it. So I bought this here switch plate because of the way this box is, so I don't have to file these down. I think I'm just going to take these out and mount them in here individually. Alright guys, so now I've got these lights we're going to put on here. I'm going to put like, I'll probably put like 1, 2, 3, maybe a couple along there. I don't know, we'll put a few in and 3 of them in, then we'll see what we want to do from there. I'll lift this up though so I don't drill through my battery. And we should be able to take this, squish it down in here. These are just like lights for underneath the fenders of cars or for trailer lights, marker lights, but they're white LEDs, just like that. Alright, you ready, Spence? I'm gonna drill one right here. Get it started for you. Let me move this stuff out of your way. Lift this up so that it doesn't, we don't drill through the battery.
It's alright.
I know. You gotta keep going though, it'll make it bigger. Yeah, keep going. Push on it. There you go. Alright guys, next thing we got to do, I've got this, which is going to be our charging port. So I'm going to mount that battery charger so it's in here all the time. So all you got to do is get an extension cord, plug it into here, charge it up. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to put that right here. So we're going to have Spencer drill us a hole in here. Alright, Spence.
What?
See it for a second. Oh yeah, she's just really dull. It's a dull hole saw, just push harder. There you go. Need to get a new one of those. That thing's dull as can be. Alright, this is gonna go right here. Just like so. Right there. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the cord off that fits in that charger, and I'm going to put it in here. And these, it'll plug into the charger. Then we can just plug it into the wall or generator or whatever, and it will charge. Alright, so we got this all wired in. So now we can bolt it in. Drill our other holes. Alright, so what I done was I made me a little cardboard pattern here. It just fits in here. Whoop. dropped it. And this will fit in these so I can get them in the center. That seemed easier to me than trying to mark it out. Maybe it's not, but I just go like this. Move it over to this one. Just go like this. Now all I got to do is cut those out. So I'm just going to try drilling the ends of these out. Go a little bit bigger because those yellow things will cover it. Then I'll cut the sides out. Maybe like that. Let's try this one here. Yeah. I don't know if I can cut it with this or not. Probably not safely. Maybe I can just go through the middle there. Doesn't look quite big enough. I have to get the Dremel tool out and clean that up. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I was trying to be lazy and not get the Dremel tool out, but there we go. Yeah, she's gonna go now. Yeah. So anyway, that'll go in there like that. I'll put the other one in here. These are gonna be for power ports. Like you can put the ones that are like, I'll show you, like these you can put, I see a lot of guys use, but I'm gonna put these because they don't stick out. I was afraid of these getting caught on stuff. Then I can just put this end on whatever it is I need to plug in there, or I'll have one that just has like alligator clips on it so I could plug it into anything. So that's what I chose to go with. Alright, so I got both these set in here. Now we just got to drill the holes so that we can bolt them in. I'm going to hold this up so that you don't hit the backs, okay? Uh-oh, I need to tighten that jack up before you just spin in the wind. Alright, we're going to bolt these in and we'll check back with you. 4 bolts and 4 nuts. These nuts? Alright, you got him. Yeah, so the way these are going to work, see, you'll be able to just pop this open. I'll put this end on my fish finder and on my fish camera. You'll be able to just plug them in like that and they'll run. And then I'll have one of these and I'll pull these apart, put some alligator clips or some type of connection on the end of it, so if I wanted to plug something else into it I could, but then I don't have those big posts sticking out to catch on everything. So that was my idea anyway. And when I'm done with this, I'll put a link to all this stuff in the description. I got it all off Amazon, so I'll put it in there so you can find it if you want it. Alright guys, so I made a decision on this blow cup thing. I like it, but it's kind of bulky and I don't really want to cut that big a hole in the lid because I'm going to use this for camping too, not just fishing. So what I'm going to do, it came with this bracket that this slides into, so I'm going to undo it here and I'm going to bolt this straight to the side of there, so it's just this small one. And then I'll just store this inside here. I'll put a piece of foam here to hold everything in place. And then if I want to use it, I can just take it out, put it on the outside. I'll put one of these connectors on it, so it'll just plug into there and you can use it. Because I'm not going to use it that often, honestly. Thinking I'll put this like here Then if you want to use this, you just pull it out, slide it in there, slide it out, put it back in there, plug your wire into the bottom of it, which is this one here. So this will sit here. You slide this here, have a cord that'll run around and plug into there, turn that on and off. That's what we're going to do. Like I say, this is only going to get used every once in a great while. So this, you'll pull it out. Of course, you'll have your power cord here. Just plug that in there. This will go up, plug in. It'll turn it on and off when you're done. Pull it out, dump the water out of it or whatever. Put it back in here. Good to go. Okay, so that's, I believe, all the accessories we're going to put on this for now. I might add to it later. But for now, that's where we're going to go for our basic idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wire this thing up. Get up here where you can see me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this all wired up. I'm not going to do this on video. I'll wire it and then I'll just do an explanation of how I wired it. Because if I try to do this on video, it's going to make it really boring and really long for you guys. And all you need is a basic idea of wiring, which I can explain once it's done. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go find somewhere to sit down, wire this thing up, and then I'll be back with you when I get it all done. Yeah, so I've got some more switches coming because I only have the one switch on here. I want each of these, I'm going to put a switch here and a switch here, and then I'm going to put one here and one here, because what I want is, I want like these 4 lights on the same one, and I'll probably put these 2 on the same one, or I might even only put one on one, so that if you were in the tent and you didn't want much light but you wanted like a night light type thing, you could leave the one on. So when those other switches get here, they're supposed to be here tomorrow, then I'll go ahead and put those switches in, and then I'm going to wire this up. But like I said, I'm not going to show the wiring on video because that's going to take way too long and be way too boring. I might do a quick time lapse of it, but I'm not going to like explain it in detail, and then when I'm done wiring it, I'll explain to you how I wired it. Hey guys, so I finally got this power box done. It's been a week or two since I had the chance to finish it. So I'm going to show you the wiring. Open this up, and then I'll show you how everything functions on it. Alright, so inside here we've got our wiring. I've got these 2 pieces of foam to help hold everything into place and get these out of the way. I also store this in here, and I'll show you how that works. And then I've got this plug in here too. So this is what we've got. I'm going to show you here. Basically, we've got these 2 batteries hooked together, positive to positive, negative to negative. This is our charger, and it just hooks. You want to hook it to the negative on one and the positive on the other, so it charges them both equally. That's what I'm told anyway. And then on the outside here for our charger, I put this port here, which just an extension cord goes on there. So I have a little 3-foot extension cord that I keep in the box to charge it with. So these run up to the fuse panel, and then all of our accessories here. Basically, your power comes in here on the fuse panel, and your grounds all come in on this side of the fuse panel. So it's just basically powers and grounds. If you have a basic knowledge of automotive wiring, you can do this easy enough. Okay, so that's the basics on the wiring. I'm not going to go into great detail on that because, like I say, it's basically your grounds go to your grounds, positives go to positives, and it's easy enough to figure out if you have a basic knowledge. If you don't have a basic knowledge, you can probably find a more detailed video on it than this. Okay, so then I'm going to stand this up and show you here. So what we have is I've got a USB port here. If I can get it open, I'll show you. Anyway, and I have another one over here, and I've got your 12 volt just cigarette type lighter here. Then I have a temperature gauge here. So you turn this on, it turns all of these on, and it turns this on. Now on this is a temp gauge out of a automobile, and basically what I've got, the inside tent or inside temp, the probe's right here. It's kind of silicone to here, and then the outside temp is this one right here. It runs out here, and then I put this little thing, so I'll be able to unwind this and put it out the window, and it'll give me the outside temperature. I saw that on somebody else's box, and I was like, dang, that's a pretty good idea. Then I can have the temperature on there, and that's kind of interesting to know. So anyway, that's that. These, instead of doing like a power pole type plug-in, I decided to do these, and then they're like for like an RC car, but this way I don't have stuff just sticking out. So I can take like this here, I'll show you here. So I can plug this into it, and then this is my that I keep inside there, this little glow cup thing, and I put the bracket on it right here. I didn't want it mounted to this permanently because I won't use it very often, but anyway, it'll plug into the bottom of here. This goes on here like so, and you can turn this on. Once you've turned this on, this puts power to this, and we have power here. And then I've got another one on this side, which I put this same type of end on my fish finder, like it's a plug-in between the battery, so I can plug my fish finder in here if I need to, if the battery on it runs low, and just run it off of these batteries. So that'll be, so anything that I want to run off these, I can. Same as the ports that stick out, they're just not sticking out and in the way, and I won't be catching them on stuff. And then I've also got this one that I made, so it's got 2 alligator clips on it, so I could clip that onto other stuff. I need to get some better insulators for these, so these sit clear up in them. These ones are kind of dumb. I want them to sit clear up so they won't arc on other stuff, but I'm going to do that, and that'll work for anything else I need to power. This is my 3-foot extension cord that I keep in here, so I can turn these on separately, turn this off if I want to. I have the voltage, I have the voltage gauge right here. It's a 13.2 right now, and then I've also got these lights on here, which this will do those 4 bottom lights. This one does. So my camera died on me. The 4 bottom lights, this powers the 2 top lights. So now I'm going to turn the light off because these things are pretty bright. I'm pretty impressed with how bright they are. I'm going to go turn the light off real quick. So yeah, not a ton of light, but when you get it inside the tent, it's going to be plenty for what I need. And if I decide to later, I can add more lights. But for right now, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so that's my design on this power box, guys. I think it turned out really well. It's going to fit my needs. I did test it already on my diesel heater. This thing will run my diesel heater with, I had to stop and start it a couple different times, but I started the diesel heater 3 times, and it ran it for about 11.5 to 12 hours. So without starting it those other 2 times, you would easily get 12 hours out of these 2 40 amp hour batteries. So if I'm just going for a day trip, I'll be able to take this and my diesel heater, charge my phones, run my heater, all that good stuff. Anyway, that's my idea on it. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and a like, and we'll see you on the next one.